Picture courtesy, Ian's. A team of Indian-origin immunologists in the US has discovered a potential strategy to prevent life-threatening inflammation, lung damage and organ failure in patients with COVID-19. Also read, major step in fight against COVID-19, Pfizer-BioNTech seek emergency approval for their vaccine in US. The scientists led by Thirumala Devi Kaniganti, Vice Chair of Immunology at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis, Tennessee, identified the drugs after discovering that Th. Also read, COVID-19, over 1,200 people fined for not wearing masks in Noida, Greater Noida. The researchers detailed in a paper published in the journal Cell how the inflammatory cell death signaling pathway worked, which led to potential therapies to disrupt the process. Understanding the pathways and mechanism driving this inflammation is critical to develop effective treatment strategies, said Kaniganti, who was born in Telangana and earned her undergraduate degree at Kakatiya University in Warangal. This research provides that understanding. We also identified the specific cytokines that activate inflammatory cell death pathways and have considerable potential for treatment of COVID-19 and other highly fatal diseases, including sepsis, she informed. She worked with Besh Raj Sharma, Rajendra Karki and others at her lab for the research that helps increase understanding of the pathways and mechanism that drives COVID-19 inflammation so researchers can develop effective treatment strategies. The infection is marked by increased blood levels of multiple cytokines. These small proteins are secreted primarily by immune cells to ensure a rapid response to restrict the virus. Some cytokines also trigger inflammation. Kaniganti's team focused on a select set of the most elevated cytokines in COVID-19 patients. The scientists showed that no single cytokine induced cell death in innate immune cells. The St. Jude investigators then tried 28 cytokine combinations and found just one duo that, working together, induced a form of inflammatory cell death previously described by Kaniganti as PA-notosis. The investigators showed that blocking individual cell death pathways was ineffective in stopping cell death caused by TNF-alpha and IFN-gamma. Because TNF-alpha and IFN-gamma are produced during COVID-19 and cause inflammatory cell death, the investigators questioned whether these cytokines were responsible for the clinical manifestations and deadly effects of the disease. They found that the TNF-alpha and IFN-gamma combination triggered tissue damage and inflammation that mirror the symptoms of COVID-19 along with rapid death. Neutralizing antibodies against TNF-alpha and IFN-gamma are currently used to treat inflammatory diseases in the clinic. The findings link inflammatory cell death induced by TNF-alpha and IFN-gamma to COVID-19, said Kaniganti, who received her MSc and PhD from Osmania University in India. The results also suggest that therapies that target this cytokine combination are candidates for rapid clinical trials for treatment of not only COVID-19, but several other often fatal disorders associated with cytokine storm. Co-first author Karki added, "We were excited to connect these dots." For breaking news and live news updates, like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Read more on latest lifestyle news on India.com. Topics: Coronavirus COVID-19 published date, November 21, 2020 10:53 AM IST. Please support us to grow my channel by subscribing and pressing the bell icon for future interesting lifestyle videos.